Hi friends, happy solar eclipse and new moon in Aries. We're going to do a little astrological look-in at the beginning of this video, so if you want to just skip that and go to the yoga practice, you can find the link to the timestamp in the description below. Otherwise, if you're sticking around, we'll take a little dive into what's going on. So normally with new moons, they are great opportunities for ushering in change and new beginnings, and this solar eclipse is really just amplifying that energy of a new beginning. We also have a couple of planetary alignments happening in Aries along with the solar eclipse. So because of this placement in Aries, there's this really big initiation energy that's happening. So not only do we have this new beginning space, we also have this initiation and this fiery Aries energy to back it up. So all of that kind of being transmuted together really brings in this big opportunity for change. Some massive shifts are unfolding, and you have the opportunity to kind of like take advantage of what is occurring in this energetic field. So that's on one side of the spectrum. On the other side, what's going on is we have the solar eclipse, and if you imagine how the solar eclipse is, we've got the moon and we have that nice big halo of the sun around the moon, and the sun is working with the moon to cast the shadow of the moon on the earth. So the moon's shadow is shrouding parts of the earth in total darkness for a brief moment in time. Now, what's really interesting about this is that the moon is a representation of our subconscious selves, our shadows. So when the moon's shadow, our shadow's shadow, is revealed, which only ever happens during a total solar eclipse, which is pretty rare, it is really opening up this extra layer of depth. You've got our shadow, we've got our shadow that is normally hidden and unseen. And this extra layer of unseen depth is being brought to the surface to be seen, to be healed, so that it creates that space for those new beginnings and activations to occur. So we have all of this space being created, all of this energy and this fire behind it to really propel us forwards into these new beginnings. And what's really interesting too is if there's anything that you've been manifesting or dreaming or visualizing from a conscious level, but there's a part of your subconscious that's maybe not quite on board, or there's a misalignment for some reason, somehow, this portal of time is really opening up that space for that to be seen, to be realigned, and then for you to be able to receive that opportunity for those new beginnings in a way that feels really supportive. However, these energies can also be very, like I said, massive, so it can bring some very intense shifts, some intense emotions, but also really big clarity and insights and aha moments. Anyways, with all of this massive energy that is incoming and activating and initiating you forwards into your new beginning, all of this is happening on your behalf because of all of these planetary alignments. So the opportunity for you is to really slow down, to tune into stillness and allow that stillness to create more spaciousness in your body, your mind, and your energy field, so that you may be open to receive, to integrate, and to understand all of these things that are unfolding and unearthing for you. So this is exactly what we're going to do in our really nourishing, slow yin practice today. If you have any props that you'd like to invite into your practice, which I really recommend, you can pause the video for a moment and grab those now. You can use any yoga blocks or some books as an alternate, a blanket, a bolster, or if you have any couch cushions or pillows, those would suffice as well. Once you are ready, find a comfy, cross-legged seat, relax your torso, relax your shoulders, find a little sway of your ears to the left and to the right. And then just start to take a few circles of your neck, really connecting to some of this circular opening energy, just like our moon and our sun aligning. And then reverse your direction. Really take your time, slow down, tune in, feel into this. And then bring your head all the way back to neutral. Start to come into a wide-legged, seated forward fold. So you'll stretch your legs out to either side. If you want to use a blanket or some yoga blocks under your hips, that can be really helpful in elevating the hips, and that way as we fold forwards here, you'll be able to relax a little bit more into it. So it just depends on where your body is. You can bring a slight bend to your knees. On an inhale, lift the crown of your head up towards the sky. And then on an exhale, find a slow lower towards the earth. You can come onto your palms. You can find a little rest on your forearms. Or you can use the support of a bolster or couch cushion or pillow to rest your hands on. And then just let your chin drop towards your chest. And take a few big rounds of breath. And again, tune into this circular motion with your breathing. So try to make it fluid on the inhales, on the exhales. You can even imagine the circular shape being created. On the top of your inhales, you're getting to the top of the circle. On the bottom of your exhales, you're reaching the bottom of that circle, and keep that gentle motion going. We'll be in this forward fold for another minute or two, so see if you can just settle into it, knowing you'll be here for just a little bit. What can you start to let go of in your body? Can you let your chin drop a little bit further towards your chest? Letting your eyebrows start to relax. Find some ease in all the muscles of your legs. And really, through our yin practice today, this is your opportunity to just let go of the need to do anything, knowing that this new beginning is really here for you. All you have to do is just slow down, pause, and be open to receive. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift your torso off of the earth. Roll your shoulders down your back. You can shift your bolster off to the side. On an inhale, reach your arms all the way over your head. Bring your fingertips to touch. So imagine you're creating this big moon over your head. Perhaps find a little glow of your own sun energy around the outside of your hands or your arms. Notice what that might feel like to explore, to experiment with a little visualization there. You can start to float your hands all the way down onto your mat. Bring your right foot in to meet your left inner thigh. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the inside of your left leg, and then stretch your right fingertips all the way up and over, so creating this nice curvature of the right side of your body. And then notice if your right shoulder is falling towards the center so that your heart space is facing towards the earth. So rather than closing off our hearts and our torsos, we're going to keep dropping right shoulder down your back. So trying to point your heart space either towards the side or up towards the sky. So we're really opening up to receive. And try to find a nice balance between effort and ease. Whatever space that is for you. Let's find a little flow here. So on an inhale, go ahead and lift your torso all the way up. On an exhale, come all the way back down. Left hand in, right fingertips stretch overhead. Relax your spine. Inhale, lift up, wave-like motion. On an exhale, fold all the way back down, gently easing into the space. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold down. On an inhale, lift all the way back up. You can bring your right knee in towards your chest, rotate your torso towards your left toes. Stack your right foot over your left, and then reach your right arm all the way out towards the right side. You're bringing your right fingertips behind your right hip. We're just going to come into a little twist. So you can hang out here, stretching your left elbow to wrap around your right knee, or you can bring it all the way to the outside and use the pressure of those two to keep twisting your torso. And then notice where your focus wants to go. Maybe you want to drive your gaze over your right shoulder, so that starts to twist a little bit more in your neck. Find open or closed eyes, whichever feels most intuitive to you in this moment, whichever gives you the opportunity to tune in a little bit more. We'll be here for a minute or so. I'll leave you in silence to just receive. Right, on your next inhale, you can lovingly twist all the way back to center, and then we're going to switch legs. So your right leg will come out to the side, your left foot can come to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to do the same little flow on this side. Right arm will reach the inside of your right leg. Left fingertips can stretch overhead. Reminder to keep letting your left shoulder spill down your back. Maybe even take a look up towards the sky. Notice what might be here for you in this stillness and silence. Bringing your awareness to any sensations in body, mind, emotions. And can you let go just a little bit more? We're going to find that wave-like motion on this side. So on an inhale, gently lift your torso up, plant your left palm. Exhale, roll down towards your mat. Side body stretch. Inhale, let's lift up. And exhale, lower down. Last one, big opening, lift up. And exhale, soften towards the earth. On your next inhale, lift up. Let your left knee come in towards your chest. Wrap your left foot over your right leg, and then we're going to take our twist on this side. So left fingertips can swim all the way around. Right elbow wraps around or to the outside of your left thigh. And then meet your twist on this side. Notice where this twist really wants to arrive in your body. You've got another minute or so on this side. One more deep breath in through your nose. And soft breath out. Find your rotation back towards the middle of your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Come into a butterfly. Reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. On an exhale, find a gentle forward fold of your torso. Let your upper body relax. Now, don't worry, don't stress out if there's nothing in particular that's really coming up for you in this moment. That's okay. If there's not anything coming up for you to notice or to see, that means that this is your moment here to just be with self and stillness, to notice what that feels like. Let it all be. Let all sensations, all thoughts, all feelings, just let them be without trying to force, without trying to change anything. And we do this by just letting our awareness start to kind of take the forefront. On an inhale, let's lift torso all the way back up. We're going to come into a pretty deep hip opener, so it's going to feel good, although if you need some extra support here, you can grab blocks or books or pillows and just bring them by your side so you have those accessible. So let's bring left leg under. You're going to bring your shin about parallel to the top of your mat, so you're creating about a 90-degree angle with your leg. And then you're going to stack your right shin over your left shin. You're trying to get your ankle to meet your knee and then your knee to meet your ankle, so you're balanced on both sides. Now, like I said, this can be a pretty intense hip opener, so if this doesn't feel right for you, you can always shift and shimmy, adjust where your ankle is positioned on your leg, so just find a good spot for that. Also, if you have those props and you want to bring them under either of your knees for that extra support, that can be super helpful as well. So don't be afraid to experiment, to use props, to explore. That's what they're here for. Just let this again be the opportunity for you to tune in to what your body is telling you. On an inhale, reach the crown of your head up to the sky. If you want to stay here, you're welcome to, or if you're looking for a deeper stretch on an exhale, lower your torso towards the earth. Start to feel that hip opening. You can bring your palms on the mat or on the earth beneath you, or you can even come so far down onto your forearms. Just be mindful of wherever you're taking your body in these different asanas. If you even are on your forearms and want to use your fists to like stack your forehead on, you're welcome to do that. Or you can use any props out in front of you so you have a little something to rest your forehead on. And really, our yin practice is an exercise in being still, in not doing much, but just being and being open to receive. And while it seems simple on the surface, It can be a challenging and daunting task for many, especially when it's something that you're not familiar with or you're getting used to. So wherever you're at in your yin practice, just know that wherever you are is meant to be. Keep inviting those expansive, circular breaths. All right, on your next inhale, gently start to lift your torso all the way up. Start to uncross your legs, bring the soles of your feet in front of you, knees about hip-width distance or wider, and then just start to let your knees drop over towards the left. Find some nourishing movement of your knees towards the right. Take your time. Do that a few times. Really just feel into it. Let it feel good. Once you've evened out both of those sides, we'll meet with the feet back at center, and then we'll take it to the other side. So right leg will come under this time, and then you can stack your left leg on top. And it's okay if this side looks or feels different than the other side. That's perfectly natural. So rather than trying to make each side look or feel like one another, we're rolling with what feels right for each of them. So take a deep breath in, reach up through the very top of your head. Exhale, fold down onto your palms or forearms if that feels accessible for you today. Again, you've got the option with any props under your forehead or your knees. And you're trying to find the spot in your yin pose that feels nourishing. So you're finding this like alignment within your body and your mind. So rather than just being in a pose and like kind of feeling a little bit of it or not putting yourself too deeply into it, finding a little happy medium since we're here for a couple of minutes at a time. We've got about 30 seconds or so on this side. Knowing that you won't be here for too much longer in this specific asana, how can you really tune into what it is offering you? On an inhale, slowly lift all the way up. You can shift off any props to the side. Find a gentle unraveling of your feet. And again, take those movements of your knees to the left and to the right. Maybe each time as you say, take your knees over towards the left, you find a little twist behind you, and then same thing to the right. Perhaps you find another little twist that away. Let's do one more time on each side, and then we'll meet back at a neutral position, face towards the top of our mats. From here, let's take it into a kneeling position. Face towards the top of your mat. The last asana we'll do here is our puppy pose. So bring your knees under your hips, let your arms stretch all the way forwards, and then slowly, lovingly lower your heart space down towards the earth. Perhaps your forehead rests on a block or on the mat beneath you. Another option, if you really want to tune into the support of your bolster or couch cushion pillow, interchangeable, you can bring it out in front of you, rest your forearms on top of it, and then same thing, hips over knees, you're lowering your heart space towards the earth. Allowing the shoulders to open, your heart to really expand. Elbows could be lowered or lifted. Keep pulling your belly button towards the earth as well. So that's going to create that really long line of energy all the way from your root chakra at the base of your spine, wrapping all the way up the midline of your body, through your heart space, your throat. Notice your third eye center, whether it's connected to your mat, a prop, or the air around you, and then reaching all the way out through your crown. So notice this alignment between root and crown, between material and spiritual, between breath and body. You can take any exhales with your mouth closed and take a little hum on the exhale. So, or you can even take a little sigh out just with your mouth closed. Notice the reverberations of your own energy through your body, and notice how that might connect you even deeper to what is shifting within and around you. 30 more seconds. And see if you can really be with this. We're only here for a short amount of time before we get moving into the rest of our days or evening ahead. And cherishing every moment, every breath. Cherishing each intensity, each moment of softness. On an inhale, start to lift up onto your palms, come into a tabletop position. And then if you have the space to lay down into a shavasana, so lying fully down onto your back, you can come there. You can wrap a blanket over you. You can find a supportive pillow under your head. I highly encourage you, if you have the time, to move into your shavasana and just give yourself 3, 5, 10, 20 minutes, as long as you have, so that you can just rest and really be open to that, to receive. Whenever you're ready to get going, however, you can come to a seated position. You can bring your palms to meet at heart, coming into Anjali Mudra. Let your thumbs rest on your sternum, soften your eyelids and your shoulders. Take a few more of those circular breaths. I invite you to bring your thumbs to your third eye center. Perhaps find a gentle bow inwards if that feels right and intuitive to you. Honoring your practice. Honoring the earth beneath you, the stars above you. Thank you all so much for flowing with me today. I hope you have a really wonderful eclipse season, and I look forward to flowing with you next time. Much love.